Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Babu Owino, Member of Parliament for Embakasi East constituency. I stand before you today not just as a voice of concern, but as a citizen who is deeply outraged by the senseless violence we are witnessing. The recent attacks by goons on innocent people are not just cowardly. They are a direct assault on the values we hold dear as a society: the value of peace, value of dignity, and justice. Let me be clear today with what is happening in Nairobi at the CBD. There is no place for violence in a civilized society. No ideology, no agenda, no grievance justifies raising a hand against another human being. These goons, these thugs are not heroes. They are criminals and they must be treated as such. We cannot and will not remain silent when our fellow citizens are beaten, harassed, and intimidated. Silence in the face of such brutality is complicity. It is our moral duty to speak up, to demand accountability, and to ensure that those responsible are brought to book. I also take this opportunity to condemn the senseless killing of one innocent protester at the CBD today by a police officer. An officer whose responsibility is to protect lives and to protect property. But instead, these officers resorted into taking lives. I want to condemn this with the contempt it deserves. And I want to warn this officer, having known very well what is happening in this country, that his own boss is going to be charged for murder. How can you move further to kill an innocent protester whose only mistake is to go on the street to protest against the death of one of their own, the death of one Albert Ojwang, who was senselessly killed too in the hands of the police officers? Such police officers are criminals. Such police officers must be condemned. Such police officers must take plea, must be charged with murder. And we are waiting, we are seeing your actions, and at the right time, we will also act. To the Governor of Nairobi, Johnson Sakaja, your actions today do not make you strong. Hurting others does not give you power. It reveals your weakness. It reveals your fear. It reveals your utter lack of respect for the rule of law. And we will not allow fear to win. I want to tell you clearly that you've hurt so many people, but the goons that you've hired today at the CBD to hurt people during demonstrations, and we will not take it lightly. To the victims and families, you are not alone. We see you, we stand with you, and we will continue to fight for a society where everyone can live without fear, regardless of their background, beliefs, and opinions. Let us send a message loud and clear that we will not be bullied, we will not be silenced, and we will never stop fighting for justice. We will never stop fighting for peace and for the right of every individual in this county and in this country. What the governor has done is completely unacceptable. I condemn it strongly, and I believe that he can do better. When he was campaigning, he used to say that siasa bila chuki, siasa bila vita. But now, what are we seeing in Nairobi? A disorganized county, a county that should be organized instead of being antagonized by the governor with the help of the government. We want to warn the goons that you need to stay at home. When people are peacefully demonstrating against the death of one Albert Ojwang that was so gruesome, a death that every Kenyan condemned, you come and you start dancing on the grave of the dead by trying to intimidate fellow Nairobians, fellow Kenyans who are fighting for justice. I want to say that you are criminals and you must be dealt with accordingly. And therefore, Nairobians, do not fear. We are with you. We will stand by your side. We will fight by your side. As Babu Owino, I will always be by the side of the people. God bless you and thank you all.
That's Babu Owino, Embakasi East MP, came out guns blazing against Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja, accusing him of hiring goons to disrupt peaceful protest organized by Gen Zs in the CBD, which is true. When you saw yesterday what happened, it was much unacceptable. Personally, I do support Babu Owino, the Embakasi East MP, for what he's just told Sakaja. That was bad. That was wrong. Actually, in a passionate and fear address shared on social media, like what you've seen during press briefing, Babu Owino condemned it, has really condemned it, the violence that married what was intended to be peacefully demonstration by youth, demanding better governance and accountability. We cannot keep losing our young people, young brothers, every day, like through brutality. These people are not dying through this. They're not dying of diseases. They're dying being shot, being tortured, being, all manner of things. So Babu Owino, vocal advocate for youth rights and political justice, said that the recent protests are a powerful symbol of new generation rising to demand answers from their leaders. That's what Babu Owino is just trying to air out, is trying to advise Sakaja. If you looked at, you listen to Babu Owino's statement, he's not talking now on political ground. I know there is that intention of vying for Nairobi governor, but I don't think he's basing on that. Babu Owino is just speaking his mind of what he feels about what is happening currently in Nairobi, especially CBD. Protests should be free, and it's right for everyone to picket and, but not being terrorist, like, reaching a point whereby hiring goons to attack Gen Zs, people who are unarmed, people who are just doing, demanding their right. So Sakaja must understand that Nairobi does not belong to him, belongs to the people, and the people are angry, actually. People are angry. The young Kenyans were peacefully airing their grievances, yet what we saw was an orchestrated attack, actually, aimed at silencing their voices through fear and intimidation, using rungus. These things are used by GSU and the police. Why these goons? I do support what Babu Owino is just echoing around, telling Sakaja the rightful things to do is not to send goons. Use other means to talk to Gen Z, or where you can control the mess in the city. Not sending Gen Zs, goons, to terrorize these young people who are just out there demanding for their rights. That was wrong, total wrong. Babu Owino, big up for that. He also had a message for President Ruto. He also urged him at least to rein in, rogue leaders who resort to violent suppression instead of engaging with the people. These people needs just to be talked to and engaged, not being roughed up, more so sending the goons. That was wrong. That's it for today. I've been your host, David Cham. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.